Good evening, good evening, good evening. I want to thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Up Close and Personal with Angela. Taking this opportunity to share some amazing individuals across our network. I want you guys to take this opportunity to share this across your circle of influence. For those that are tuning in and do not know who I am Angela Thomas Smith. I'm the founder of AALAC, which is the African American Author Literacy Awareness Campaign. I'm also the CEO of Aspiring Authors Magazine, where my whole desire is to bridge the gap between brown authors all over this world and to touch on topics that's affecting our brown community that people don't want to talk about. So, with that being said, I'm going to allow my special guest to introduce himself and share just a little bit about what he have going on across his brand and how we can connect with him and support him. So if you guys will please share this in your circle of influence, I'm going to bring up Mr. Strives so he can share with us on tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Good evening, everybody. My real name is Nolan Holloway, but I go by Mr. Scribe, which I just maybe about a month ago got the name trademark, so only I can use it. So looking forward to that. What's going on with me? On a personal level, I lost my mom and aunt back in August, so still kind of dealing with that situation. But life moves on. I'm faithful. She's in a better place and she's at peace. And knowing that kind of helps me and drives me on a daily basis. Things that I'm into, I've written 3 books of poetry, which you can find on my website, nolanphollowayjr.com. I'm on basically all the media platforms on Instagram. Just look under my name on Facebook. You can vibe with Mr. Scribe is my page where I share poetry and basically what I'm doing, what I'm involved with now. Slowly but surely, I'm working on my 4th book dealing with grief and how you heal because you never really get over grief. You learn how to live with it and learn how to have it as a companion, but don't let it defeat you or don't let it get you in a dark place. In addition to that, I've also started on a voiceover venture, which I've been doing since like January, like getting myself together, researching, learning about the craft. As you can see behind me, I have my sound booth studio set up, and I'm still in the process of learning the software and doing auditions. So if you know somebody that wants to do a promo or introduction to their podcast or anything along those lines, you can find some of my samples on my website, or you can go to Fiverr or Upwork if you want to hire me for your project. So basically, that's what I have going on right now. Don't have any spoken word events coming up, but I'll be looking to do those as well. So if you want to keep up with what I'm doing, there's a place where you can subscribe on my website by leaving your email address in any messages or questions or comments that you want to make. So that's basically where I'm at. And I don't know if I'm gonna do a piece tonight, but I'll kick it back to Angela so we can see where we go from here.
You have been really busy since the last time we talked. I see. A lot has taken place. I want to get some information about your new endeavor, the voiceovers.
Well, what happened with that was it transitioned with all through my adult, not kind of all the way through my adult life. People, oh, you got a radio voice, you need to be on the radio. So I just took that as a compliment, never really thought about doing anything with it. Then about 3 years ago, a member of my church, her name is Angie Corman, we call her Angie from the B, was doing an internet radio show. And she was on an internet radio platform and she wanted a male co-host. So she asked me would I co-host, and she interviewed me as an author like you're doing right now. So I got on board, and the show has grown. Right now, we're looking to transition from Facebook to YouTube, and I've grown in that, and being able to interview people like you do, Angela, online. Learned a lot about setting up technical stuff with equalizers and all of that type of stuff. So doing that got me into, you know what? People keep telling me that maybe God is trying to share something with me. So what I started doing was researching voiceovers and looking into, well, what kind of equipment do I need? What type of software do I need to learn? So Facebook and social media is an excellent tool to learn. So I Googled different people. I started with Audacity, which is a software that you can do audio or video on, but I gravitated to another software called Reaper. And I've only been into that for about 2 weeks. And the only way that I'm getting to learn it, YouTube videos. I go on the YouTube video, I got my laptop, got got my equipment right here, and I'm learning the software. I got my sound booth. I invested. People tell you, if you want to be good at your craft, you have to invest in yourself. So got the sound booth, and the audio that I'm producing is so much better. I'm not getting the echoes and the reverb. And I've done a number of gigs. I'm not paying a lot of money, but I'm getting my feet wet. And what my ultimate goal is to monetize it where I can bless my family. Like it'll be where I can take care of my family, bless my kids and my grandkids, but I enjoy doing it. And I enjoy reading over the scripts and, using my voice talent to his glory. So that's where I'm at right now. And just getting involved. As a matter of fact, I just did an audition yesterday. Got up early in the morning. Where I live in a very quiet area, don't have a lot of cars going by, but learning how to manipulate the audio so the sound is out. So I'm learning a lot, and kind of haven't really put my writing on the back burner, but kind of focusing on this. Even though every now and again a poem will come out, I'll put it down, put it with my collection, because then I need to focus on how I'm going to bring all that poetry together for my next book.
Wow. You definitely have a lot going on. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. So how can we follow you across
Well,
I know you said you're on all social media platforms. So if they go
Facebook,
to your
yeah. Yeah, if they
if
go to my Facebook page, I have my own personal page, but most of the stuff that I'm doing, like the voiceovers and the poetry, is on my Facebook page, Vibe with Mr. Scribe. So if
Okay.
anybody wants to, I'll get up and I usually wake up real early in the morning, so I'll share something in the morning, either via video or text, just to give folks an inspiration and motivation in the morning, similar to what you was doing with your prayer. It'll hit me. I'll just type something in, like, what are you going to do today to improve yourself, or how are you going to touch someone's life, or things like that, just to get people to think. Not trying to be preachy, not trying to convince folk to come on board where I'm at. Just sharing what my experience is. I know I'm blessed. I know where my blessings come from, and I'm just trying to share that with other people. Some people will get it, some people won't. All my responsibility is to share.
That's it. That is it. Well, I definitely want to thank you for stopping by and sharing with us on tonight. Like to keep up with you guys because I see y'all out here doing a lot and like to take these opportunities to give y'all a chance to share. Do you have any projects coming up that people can support you on?
Basically the voiceover projects. In other words, I have a few samples of the different type of voiceovers I'm doing. I'm doing, like, if you've got a person that has a company that has a phone system and they need someone to, you call up option one, dial two if you're reaching sales, those type. E-learning. There's companies that have training videos where they'll have a new hire comes on board, and then they play, oh, this is what we show all our new hires. They need voice talent to voice over whatever video or animation that they have. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people that, or they have a podcast. Oh, I got a podcast. I need a voiceover artist to do my intro. We come up with a script, do the voiceover, introducing commercials on the podcast. All these different things is what I'm trying to get into.
Cool, cool. That is amazing. That is amazing. Um, I never would have thought of that. And
Right,
I'm
you have
sitting
like
right
those
here doing
examples, right?
broadcasting, but never would have thought of that. But
Well, you
this is
see,
amazing.
well, your show, for example, you do your intro, you'll have your music, and then you'll introduce yourself. Maybe at one point you may go, well, I just want to really get into my show. So let me have a voiceover artist, as I'm playing my music, work with them to do an intro. Hey, we got Angela Thomas, founder of Yada Yada, and she's going to be coming on tonight. Her guest tonight is this. And you don't have to You don't have to do that. You can have a voiceover artist do that for you.
Wow. That's cool. That is so cool. Well, I definitely want to thank you for all that you're doing, and definitely keep me updated on your new poetry that's going to be coming out. And definitely want to be sharing you across my platform because I know a lot of people are interested in turning their books into audio. Do you do that?
That's another venture I'm going to get into as well. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about doing one of my books and doing an audio book, and me being the voiceover talent to do that. You can hire other people to do it, but I know, again, you got to research and you got to get knowledge before you dive into anything. And Amazon has a place, it's called ACX, where
Mhm.
I can also promote my voiceover on that and do audiobooks. But with audiobooks, it's not tech, it's somewhat technical because there's a certain criteria that Amazon has. When you do your audio, it has to be done in a certain format and it has to pass what they call an ACX test. So your audio, once you do the book or once you do the audio, you have to run it through a test. So when you send it to Amazon, it'll be accepted. So there's a little bit more to it than just, hey, getting on and reading and, oh, now I'm sending it over. There's a little bit behind the scenes that you have to be aware of as well. So that's what the other part of me, I'm going to do one of my books. I don't know which one of the books that I'm going to do, but I'm going to work on enhancing my skills on the software so I can put it in the format and then submit it to Amazon. If it passes, then my book can be in audio form.
Cool, cool. You definitely are doing some amazing things. So I'm definitely proud of you.
Thank you.
Before we leave, I want you to share how they can catch your morning inspirations and the radio show, how they can tune into your show.
The morning inspiration is just how the Holy Spirit hits me. Usually wake up early in the morning. I'm up at like 5:30. And at that particular time, so I'm not gonna turn the TV on. I'm just gonna open up my word or just meditate on his blessings and his goodness. If I'm looking out my window, I'll even step outside sometime, watch the sunrise, and just take in his goodness. Sometimes I don't really have to say anything. All I have to do is just experience and just look up into the sky, look at the nature around me, and just be grateful. Um, as far as the radio show, it's called The Real Level Up. If you go on Facebook on Sundays, we have a new schedule we do from 3 to 5. We're on 3 to 5. You can tune in. If you search on The Real Level Up on Sunday, you'll see that we're on it. You just simply click. We ask for folks to share. And also, in addition to that, you can also go on YouTube, subscribe. It's under the same name. You go on YouTube, type in The Real Level Up, and you'll see us broadcasting. We have excellent guests. The guest that we just had on this past weekend, we had a Christian artist, a Christian hip hop artist on. And we also promote, if you're an independent music artist, we have a platform where each time we go to commercials, nonprofits, music talent, illustrators, all different types of folks that we give a platform to by playing their videos on our show. And I've met a lot of interesting people, people that are passionate about their music, and their music is to glorifying God. We had an R&B person on. He shared his story. We had Mike Jeezy, a local artist here in Atlanta. He's a Christian hip hop artist, and how he got into it and how his motivation in his rap is to glorify God. And we have a couple of his videos on. So if you're an aspiring musician, and a lot of these artists, they look for independent support because you're probably not going to hear their music on terrestrial radio because of the message that it has, because a lot of the artists, they're independent and they have control over what they're doing, which makes it a whole different genre. Because we listen to terrestrial radio sometimes. I really don't listen to it. I play my own playlist from my internet, Spotify. The social media and internet has opened up everything where I don't have to listen to terrestrial radio, because for me personally, I'm not speaking for anybody else, I'm just not feeling the new stuff that's out there. So I'll listen to classic gospel, house gospel, all those type of music, and then independent artists that I can download their music onto my phone and play it in my vehicle or play it at home.
Right. And that's what a lot of people are moving to. So I thank you so much for stopping by and sharing so much insight and to keeping us update to the things that you have going on. So thank you. Thank you for
Oh,
what you're
you
doing.
very, very welcome. I appreciate you having me on. And next time when you have a little bit more time, I can share some of my poetry out of my new book because I have three. But I don't know. The last time I was on with you, I think I did it from one of the other books. But I can
Mhm.
share some poetry as well.
Well, we definitely will have you back. You just let me know when you want to come back.
Oh,
My
no
platform
doubt.
is always open for you guys. That's what I do. So I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. If there's not anything else, if you want to leave something inspirational, you can leave something inspirational. If not, we're going to be out of here.
Well, let me just leave something that just popped into my head right now. We live in a time where we see what's going on around us. Where, if you can hear and see and you have your senses, you can see all the different things that's going on. From my perspective, the way that I can deal with certain things and navigate through certain things is through a higher power. I believe in God. I'm not ashamed to share it. And I'm just letting people out there, if you're on the fence, come as you are. I mean, that's where a lot of people, oh, I got to be. No, you don't have to be, and don't delay. Do it now. You can speak to them just like Angela is speaking to you right now. Just have a conversation and just see how your life will change. That's all I challenge you. I challenge you to speak out to God, ask Him what you want, ask Him to help you with the things that you're struggling with, and then just sit back. It's not going to be easy. Never said that, but watch and see how some change will be quick, some change will take time. But believe me, you'll know who's doing it.
Amen. Amen. That was definitely some inspiration. I want to thank you for stopping by to Up Close and Personal with Angela. I truly have enjoyed it. You have a great evening.
Take care, Angela. Love you and thank you so much. And I hope to see you soon.
Same here. Love you too. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Up Close and Personal with Angela. Please go over and support my big brother, Mr. Stripes. He has some amazing things coming up. So y'all don't want to miss out. So please go over and support him. Follow his station. Check him out. He has some amazing things coming up. I love you guys. Be blessed.